STEEP is an acronym futurists use to help us organize our big picture thinking. S for social, T for technology, E for economic, E for environmental, and P for political. Most of our project work is studying a particular domain for clients: forestry, healthcare, communities, etc. But what about what's happening around or outside that domain? What non-domain trends or developments might come in and influence or disrupt the domain? What might surprise the client? As futurists, we don't like surprise. It means we are not doing our job. I sometimes joke that we are in the anti-surprise business. In fact, it can be said that the most interesting changes in a domain will initially come from somewhere else, from outside the domain. I remember in the early days of social media and working with lots of different clients, at first, pretty much all of them didn't see how pictures of what somebody had for dinner would ever influence their work. And we know how that turned out. STEEP gives us a framework or reminder for where to look for change or surprises from outside the domain. The trends come from many sources, mostly online, articles, blogs, videos, reports, but can also emerge from interviews, surveys, or other personal interactions. In project works, the clients are experts on their domain, futurists are the experts on STEEP. The beautiful music happens when these expertises come together. In our typical project at the University of Houston, we have about 3 months to get the work done. The framing, scanning, scenarios, implications, and options for action. That's a lot to do. So, how do we bring in the wide world of STEEP? We cheat a little bit. At UH, we have developed and maintained a digital inventory of hundreds of STEEP trends that we continue to build over time. When we get a new project, we review our STEEP inventory and select out those we think are relevant to the project and domain we are exploring and bring them into the mix. There are many variations of this. You have STEEP V as values, PESTLE as legal, STEEPLED as ethics and demographics. You get the idea. So if you want to be a futurist, building your STEEP muscles is a great way to start. Can you, as an individual, build your own STEEP inventory? Absolutely. But how? Can you commit to 30 to 60 minutes a week to do some STEEP scanning? You can also find lists of STEEP's trends on the web or other digital tools that will help get you started. It's a lifelong practice. The good news is that after a few years, you start to develop a mental model of what the STEEP world actually looks like. And you move from building into pruning and maintenance mode. May the future not surprise you again.